I just removed the apps. I didn't delete the account. I just removed the apps from my phone, maybe for a week. And I started to realize that I was feeling better. Tapping is such a powerful tool to actually give us something to do to help us feel a little bit better in that moment. Okay, so here are some other ways that maybe you didn't even think about that could be adopted into your day to day as self care. These are some things that I share oftentimes with my coaching clients that helps them just do the little things throughout the day to really introduce more self care in your day to day lifestyle. You're creating a new resilient lifestyle by doing these things. So, tapping, and I don't mean tap dancing, and I was a tapper. So, what I mean is tapping. Tapping is the practice of gently using your fingertips to tap along the meridian points of our face, on the back of our hands. And what that actually does is it gives us a sense of control when we're struggling, when we're dealing with anxiety or overwhelm. Tapping is such a powerful tool to actually give us something to do to help us feel a little bit better in that moment. So that's a great way to help yourself alleviate those anxious feelings and overwhelm. And if you are curious about how to do it, like what are the steps, Michelle, just hop on YouTube because there are amazing human beings out there that are all about tapping that will show you how to tap and where to tap, and then how to use your mind and your thought in conjunction with tapping to help you relieve some of the anxiety that you might be experiencing. So that's one way to help yourself during the day to enhance your self-care. The next thing I would say is really about taking a digital detox. So I say this all the time to people, and I had a very dear friend of mine when I was dealing with my depression recommend this. When he did, I was like, well, I don't know if I could do that, but I did it. So what I wound up doing was deleting all of my social media apps off of my phone and restricting how often I was going into those apps using my desktop. So if I was finished working, I would take a few minutes and maybe check Facebook. But the temptation of actually going into the app, having that on your phone was too easy. So for me, I just removed the apps. I didn't delete the account. I just removed the apps from my phone, maybe for a week. And I started to realize that I was feeling better. So sometimes when we are like just completely overloaded with, I don't know, distractions and noise and these habits to scroll, the best thing we can do for ourselves is just take a digital detox for a few days or a week, like whatever works for you, but help yourself to do that by removing the apps from your phone. The next thing I would say is like, say no to plans. I know we make these plans sometimes. Like, I know I used to be like, I'd have everything scheduled. Like, I'm doing this during the day, doing this at night. And then I'd have back-to-back obligations in the books with people. And after a while, it was just too much. So for me, I had to learn how to say no to plans. I had to learn how to not schedule plans, and then I had to learn how to cancel plans. Sometimes we need to just create that time and that space just for ourselves instead of going. You know, this is a tendency that we do is we keep going until we hit a point where we're like, oh man, I think I'm getting a cold, or I'm not feeling so well, or I have no energy. So we want to make sure that we are saying no to the unnecessary plans and the busyness. Just taking the time, the quiet time we might need to maybe just like have a dinner by ourselves, or just sitting and reading, or maybe taking a bath or doing something for ourselves could really be what we need. That's self-care, saying no and canceling plans. Drinking more water. I say this all the time. Like, the teachers that I coach are notorious for not drinking enough water. I talk to them about this all the time, whether they can't leave their classroom or they just don't have the habit in them to drink enough water. Hydration is so important. Like, when you feel tired or when you feel hungry, most of the time it's because your body is dehydrated. And when you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So you want to stay ahead of your hydration, and you want to drink as much water as you're supposed to for your height, your weight, and your age. So go and like look that up for you and really take that on. And I bet you it gives you a little bit more energy throughout your day. And then finally, one of the things that I like to do is cuddle with my furry friends. So anyone who knows me knows I have 3 amazing little munchkins, and we oftentimes do spend some time cuddling on the couch and really just chilling. I think there's something so nourishing about being with animals. Animals have such a wild intuition when you're not 100%, and I just love that about my pup. And then finally, I would say if you're feeling social The one thing that I absolutely love to do, and I actually need to schedule this soon, is hosting a game night. And I bring all my friends and I order a bunch of pizza and we just sit around and we laugh and we play like funny games that make us all like just giggle the whole night. So doing something like that is also self-care because you're connecting. Connection is so important for self-care. So you're creating a space to connect with those people that matter to you. When you're around them, feels good. So those are some just other ways to weave in self-care into your day-to-day, into your lifestyle, into your routine, so that you're not just doing work, home responsibilities. Work, home responsibilities. I can't tell you how many people do that. So stop doing that and start taking care of you.